Today we're going to pit 3 single bevel broadheads in a competition for the ages. We're going to push them to their absolute limits. We're going to max out their potential and find what their real breaking point is. Let's meet our contestants. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. What are you wearing? Oh, this old thing? Well, I heard we were going to be on TV today, so I thought I'd put on something nice.
That's a hunting vest.
Hunting vests can be nice. Oh, we're live? Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's Broadhead Battle Royale. I'm Bill.
And I'm Ted.
And we're going to be your host. Now, you just saw the first leg of the competition, and let me tell you, the competitors came out swinging. It was very close. If what Bill means by close is the Cleaver ran away with it, then yeah, that was a real close race. As you can see, the Cleaver took a very commanding lead. And now, let's go on to our next round. Take that vest off. It looks stupid. So 11.96 pounds force is what it took for the tip to penetrate the leather. And then you'll see it drops drastically as the rest of the broadhead continues to penetrate through the leather. Looks like we've got 14.19 pound force to penetrate the leather, and that is right here. Then it drops off slightly, then go ahead and finish, drops off and finishes penetrating the leather. Looks like 7.39 is a pound force for the tip to penetrate through the leather, which is this guy right here. And then, of course, it goes down and finishes the penetration.
So you got rid of the vest and put on the tie.
You still look stupid. As you folks saw, Magnus ran away with the competition in that contest. At a little over 7 pound force of energy to penetrate, nothing even came close. And I'll bet you anything, the slender ferrule on that Magnus is really to blame. Just like Ted said, I'm sure that the slim ferrule of the Magnus had a huge help in this particular contest. And I'm really surprised the Crimson Talon didn't do better. Now on to the next competition. You know, maybe if you put a little effort into looking nice, your wife would have left you. There's the entry on gel. Notice there's no leather this time. That's because this isn't a mechanical. I'm not worried about it opening. I just want to see what it'll do in the gel for wound channel. So there's the entry. You spin around here, you can see the wound channel real well. Thing is, I'm not seeing anywhere that it actually rotated. Okay, that's a lie. It rotated just slightly. I mean, maybe 10 degrees of rotation. It's very hard to see, but in person you can see it. You can't see the wound channel really well though. Two-blade wound channel like I'd expect. Measuring by hooking the tip of the broadhead on the tape and measuring down to the vinyl we use to mark distance, I'm looking at 10 3/16. There's your entry in the gel. Got two-blade single bevel cut like we expect. And this one's a little further back, so it's a little tougher to see, but you can still see it. It also kind of went in at a crappy angle to see. Sure. Kind of see it better on this side. As far as rotation, there is some hooked on the tip. down to the vinyl. Now when I marked this, I gave it about an extra 1/16 of an inch. So we're looking at 10 3/16. Right there's your entry in the gel. That 2-blade cut we expect to see from the single bevel. Swing around here. And this one you can definitely see there's more rotation going on. You can see the wound channel extremely well. And you can see that as it goes further down the channel, the broadhead begins to rotate this way. Broadhead point, measure down to the vinyl. And the vinyl itself is actually leaned forward some. So we'll probably give that 11 5/8. Well, the ballistics gel is most certainly a fan favorite in these broadhead battle royales, and I can see why. It's very interesting to see how the different broadheads perform under so much friction. And again, Magnus takes it away. I haven't seen that much penetration since the last time I was over at Bill's mom's house. As Ted said, Magnus really ran away with this contest. We saw better penetration and better rotation in the ballistics gel. It's not surprising though, Magnus comes from a long line of high quality broadheads. Nice tie, Ted.
Thanks, got it from your dad's closet.
Oh, fuck. The Slick Trick SB got absolutely wrecked. Keep in mind, these are frozen femurs. Like, these are not a soft item to begin with, but I want to particularly point out, see how the bone exploded? That's that single bevel at work. Edge chattering there. Pretty good chunk missing out of the blade there, and the ferrule is slightly bent. Well, it's pretty clear to me that Magnus is really pulling away from the competition. Isn't that right, Ted? Well, to me, it's pretty clear that that was a victory from Magnus. They really blew up that bone and did a super good job of staying intact afterwards. And now, on to the last contest, edge retention. So before we get into the results, I want to touch on one more metric that's not performance-based, so I haven't included it in the testing, and one little subject. The metric I'm talking about is pricing. And like I said, it's not performance-based, so I haven't included it this far, but I do think it's important for us to discuss. The Crimson Talon Cleavers are $29.95 a 3-pack. The Magnus are $50 a 3-pack. And Slick Trick Shift SB is $79.99 a 3-pack. And the little subject I wanted to touch on is what you see in these videos compared to the Broadhead performance on game. So I make these videos for two reasons. One, entertainment. It's a lot of fun for me to make these videos, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun watching them. And two, I'm trying to compare Broadhead A to Broadhead B on as even of a playing field as possible with as few variables as I can possibly give it. And that is the best way to get a true apples to apples comparison. This is going to sound crazy, but shooting game animals with broadheads is a poor way to do a apples to apples comparison because there's so many variables. Matter of fact, there's probably unlimited variables. The game animal, the way they turn, all that stuff changes, and it doesn't allow you to really compare performance of broadheads apples to apples. So that's another reason I do this. Now, with all of that said, that doesn't mean a broadhead that performs really well here is going to do the same on game, or really poorly here is going to do the same on game. So if your favorite broadhead does really bad but you've had great luck with it, doesn't mean you have to change. Or if a broadhead you hate does really good, doesn't necessarily mean that you need to change to that broadhead you hate either. Stick with what you're confident with, because confidence is the most expensive, hardest to get thing in the woods, but it's definitely the most valuable. Now let's talk results. Anybody that watched this could clearly see that Magnus ran away with the competition. Winning 4 out of the 5 contests blew everybody else away. And honestly, it didn't surprise me. Magnus has always made a very, very high quality product. And it's a product that I wouldn't hesitate to recommend to anyone at any point in their bow hunting career. And that's any product they make. All the Magnus's broadheads are really good products. I was shocked to see that the Slick Trick Shift SB didn't do better, especially at that price point. I really didn't expect it to come apart like it did on the bone either. Now, if you like videos like this, I have made another one. It is a 2-inch mechanical one. You can find it somewhere in this area. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.